I'm Lisa, and today is National Relaxation Day, and it's also Wednesday, August 15th. And did you know that yoga is a fantastic way to relax and bring inner peace? So on this Relaxation Day, here are a few yoga poses that you can try. We have the child's pose, which is just a bending over and stretching out your arms. Then we also have the eagle pose. That doesn't look very relaxing. That actually looks quite complicated. And then we have the resting pose. Now the resting pose is exactly what I'm looking for, resting and relaxation. So, but if relaxation is not your thing, today is also National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. So who cares about the relaxing? Just have a piece of pie. Anyway, on our show today, we have El Toro Pharmacy. We have the Florence Sylvester Senior Center. We have Friends of the Village. And then we also have California Protons, who will be here to tell us a little bit about what they do. Now today's meetings, we have the Laguna Woods Village AM traffic meetings, or traffic hearings, and that's in boardroom, and that will be from 9 to 12. We have the Laguna Woods Village PM traffic hearings, which will be in the Pine Room from 1 to 3. We have the Thrive Project Task Force in the Cypress Room, and that'll be from 9:30 to 11:30. And then we have the Third Mutual New Resident Orientation, and do remember to RSVP for that, and that will be from 6 to 7 p.m. Now, today in our weather, it looks really nice again. I'm telling you, I think it's pretty much reminding me just every week seems to be the same right now. We have a very nice work week here. Wednesday, 83-67. Thursday, 84-67. Then Friday, we have 85-68, sunny and warm. Then we get a little bit warmer, 85-68, and then Sunday a little slightly warmer with 86 and 68. So it looks like the evenings are going to be about the same. And then around town we have North OC at 86, Beaches 77, South OC 84, San Diego 85, Inland OC 88, and the foothills are 86. And Arrowhead actually seems pretty nice at 68 with a low, or 78 with a low of 56. And then Palm Springs cooled off a bit, 104 and 82. So pretty nice any way you look at it. And again, remember, if relaxation isn't your thing, have a piece of lemon meringue pie. We'll be right back after this.
Trust the experts at Universal Carpet for all your flooring needs. Now get 50% off pet stain resistant and hyperallergenic carpet, porcelain tile, wood, laminate, and waterproof flooring, and complete kitchen and bath remodels. Plus get 5-year 0% financing, including free installation and free furniture removal. Our convenient showrooms are just minutes away in Irvine and Huntington Beach, or call 866-402-2747 for our free in-home shopping service. Universal Carpet, the low price leader for over 20 years.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
Parkinson's disease is a neurological movement disorder affecting an estimated 1 million Americans, including many under age 40. It has no cure. Parkinson's is not limited to how a person moves. It can also cause symptoms like depression, fatigue, and impaired speech. Today, there is a new diagnosis every 9 minutes, though Parkinson's can be present for years before being diagnosed. The American Parkinson Disease Association is the largest grassroots network in the United States, working to help ease the burden and find the cure. For more than 50 years, APDA has funded pioneering research and provided critical support to those affected by Parkinson's. Visit apdaoptimism.org today to find out how you can help millions live with dignity and optimism. Your action today will help APDA put an end to Parkinson's disease.
It takes a team effort to provide compassionate care. At Health Plus Medical Supply and El Toro Pharmacy, your personal attention is our top priority. We have everything you need, including stair lifts, rollators, knee walkers, wheelchairs, power wheelchairs, scooters, and car lifts. And we provide all maintenance and installation. Health Plus is located inside El Toro Pharmacy, where we provide the same compassion for your pharmacy and drugstore needs. Located in Moulton Plaza.
Welcome back. Well, today we have El Toro Pharmacy and we have Teresa Wolbring here with us, who's going to talk to us a little about a product that is made by Nerium. Now, you may be familiar with Nerium's face cream, but today we're talking about an internal type of medication or supplement, if you will.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you on.
Thank you so much. It's great to be on.
So, Nerium, give me just a quick background about the company.
The company has been around for about 7 years, and Nerium International is actually holistic anti-aging for the face, the body, and the mind.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, and then, so like I mentioned, there's a cream, but today we're talking about a supplement. So tell me about that.
So we have 7 dermal products and we have 7 wellness products. I believe the most important product that we have in our product line is the EHT. It's a brain health supplement that came out of Princeton University, Dr. Jeffrey Stock's laboratories at Princeton University. And so, you know, it helps to fortify our brain.
Okay, so many of us take ginkgo biloba for that. So how does this differ from that?
Well, this has white papers on it. There's tons of science behind the fact of the EHT. That's our proprietary blend. And what that is that comes from the green coffee bean. And so there's lots and lots of research, and as I said, white papers, which in the science world is very, very important. So my husband and I own a medical product development company. We have for 23 years. And so there's science behind every single one of our products, and that is what the difference is that you want to make sure that what you're taking is actually working on what you're trying to achieve.
Right, okay, so for instance, let's just talk about exactly what the EHT does. Now, you said it's proprietary and it does help memory and brain function.
Yes.
What are some of the most important things that it does?
Well, recall, focus, as I said, memory. The other thing that it does is as we age, and we start aging from the moment that we're born, so as we age, our neuronal connections don't connect as well. And with stress and with just different things that, driving down El Toro, just different things that we have, it actually takes our brain and it stresses it so that we are not connecting and we're not focusing and we don't have the recall and able to function the way that we used to. So what this does is it actually repairs the neuronal connections in the brain.
Right, okay. Now, where does you said the EHT, it comes from coffee or
the green coffee bean, yes.
The green coffee bean.
Yes.
So where is it derived from? I mean, is that from another country or is it locally
We
here?
actually do it in Texas. So Signum Biosciences is a partner of Nerium International. They are the ones that found the product or found the extract, I will say. And actually 2 of the main financial backers in that research, it was 20 years of research before this product came out, were Duke University and the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Now, does he find that it helps with the Parkinson's at all? Or
He
how does
doesn't
that
really
work?
speak to it because Michael J. Fox is, they're very focused on Parkinson's, yet they also want to make sure that they are doing research to help us to keep our brain functioning as and healthy as it can for as long as it can.
Exactly. Well, maybe that would help. You just never know, right? But
Absolutely.
It can't hurt to take it, right?
You could be 4 years old and take it. You could be 84 years old and take it. So we have children that have ADD, and we are a supplementation, not a pharmaceutical. Yet there are many stories about children being able to focus and sitting in classrooms, and moms just crying because of their children, having such great results from using this product.
Wow, wow. And so do you have any other studies that you could share with us about maybe the age group of 55 and over who have, had terrible memory at some point, and then now that they're using this, and how long does it take for it to actually take effect?
So there are so many stories. It can take one day, it could take up to 60 days.
Okay.
Everyone's body is different, everyone's brain is different. The best way to take the product is to take it with a good fat in the morning, so an avocado or a scoop of almond butter, something like that, because our brain is mostly fatty tissue.
Huh.
And so for us to be able to absorb it, that's the best way that we absorb it. We get the most out of it doing, taking it with a good fat.
Right.
So it could be, a day. My husband noticed a difference. He's 65. He's not, he's 67, sorry. But he noticed a difference the very first night.
Okay.
Me, I noticed more when I didn't take it than when I did take it.
Right, okay.
Okay, so the studies show that as we age, our brain declines. It's the aging process of that. We have free radical damage, things, it's just breathing air, happens to us.
Right.
So what this does is it actually helps, again, to when our brain fires, we want it to wire. That's the most important. And so many people find that their parents, let's say that have different diseases of dementia or Alzheimer's, that they actually are able to focus a little bit better. Okay. I mean, I have a girlfriend that she's had her mother's had an amazing result using the EHT.
Okay, okay. Now, you did say it was from a coffee, so is it caffeinated?
It's decaffeinated.
Okay.
There's no caffeine, there's no rush. It actually helps to boost our immune system.
Okay.
So many of our products, out of our 7 health and wellness products, 4 of them actually help to boost the immune system. Okay. If we can keep our immune system going, that actually helps with our brain function. So yes, no caffeine whatsoever.
And one last thing is, you mentioned, now I don't know how this differs from the FDA, so we have the BSCG certified. So what does that mean?
That is for athletes in colleges. So athletes in colleges have to have everything pass through. You cannot even take vitamin C if you were in college and you're an athlete. Okay. So we actually have that certification, which for us was a big deal. There's so many athletes that use this product. There's so many athletes that have concussions. It works on the brain. So whether, again, you're 4 years old, whether you're a professional or a college athlete, or whether you're 84 years old and we just want to keep our brain working as efficiently as it can for as long as we can, this product will work.
Okay, and so now El Toro Pharmacy is carrying this product and some of your others.
Absolutely, they're carrying all 14 of our products.
All right.
And you can go in there. We have white papers on this. If we have any doctors that want information on it, we can certainly get all of that information to them.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much. That's great information.
Thank you.
And I think, maybe we'll have you back and you could talk about one of the other products that they carry.
I would love to do that. We have Energy and Sleep Chews that just came out, and I think that a lot of people, I know how much I love them, so I can imagine that a lot of people would really enjoy those.
Excellent. All right, well, very good. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And remember, if you would like to help your brain, then go to El Toro Pharmacy, and you can reach them if you want to call them and ask them what they have. It's 949-586-3664. We'll be right back after this.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything, no hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sales services.
Summer is here. Diane's Hallmark has everything you need to make summer cool. From clothing to jewelry to unique one-of-a-kind gifts, Diane's Hallmark is the place to go. Diane's also has a large religious section as well. Come in today to see it all. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Walmart shopping center next to Hobby Lobby.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
I'm Dr. Trin. You may know me from Memorial Care, Alzheimer's Orange County, and Irvine Clinical Research. Alzheimer's is the third leading cause of death in Orange County. The problem is, we're making this diagnosis way too late, after the damage is done. We don't want to wait for this to happen. We want to catch this early. Please come see me for a free consultation and discuss ways to minimize your risk for Alzheimer's disease.
After researching all of the golf cart companies in the area, I finally decided on Cartmark to purchase mine, primarily because of their professional attitude, great customer service, friendly people. I've worked with Jared and Tony, who's one of the service people, is just absolutely phenomenal. I've had a few issues that they took care of with a smile on their face, and put a big smile on my face. The prices are competitive. They'll work with you on not only the pricing, but also just on the service part of it. They were the only ones that offered a full 1-year warranty on the cart itself, which was huge for me, especially when you're buying a used one. So other than that, I just think that great place to do business, and that the people are just really nice there. That's what I liked about it the most. Made it easy for me. If you're in the market to buy a golf cart, you owe it to yourself to check out Cartmark.
Welcome back. Always a pleasure to have Shirley and Cheryl here from the Senior Center, and they've got some great fun things coming up.
We do. We're
You
excited.
always have something fun coming up. It's just crazy how busy you gals are over there.
We thought summer would be a little slower, but
No,
it has not been that way.
No, evidently not. Okay, so you guys are doing something really excellent and nice for the Marine families.
We are. You know, the Senior Center is in the city of Laguna Hills, and Laguna Hills has taken over a Marine division and has sponsored them. So what we do, probably 2 or 3 times a year at Christmas time, we'll be gathering presents for the Marines' children. Right now it's back to school, so we have a backpack and school supply drive.
Okay.
And it's going to be over, unfortunately, on Friday.
Oh
but
gosh,
so we have
quickly.
to quickly get some help out there. Pick up some backpacks, so school supplies, anything that you can think of that would help the kids getting back to school. And these Marines are all overseas right now, so we're there to help the family. So if you're at any of the stores around, pick up a backpack, pencils, notebooks, anything you can think of, drop them by the Senior Center so we can help these families.
Now you're also looking for gift cards to Walmart or Target.
Or
what about just Staples or something like that?
Absolutely,
Would that be okay?
absolutely. Okay. If you don't have time to do that, just stop at the grocery store, get a gift card, and drop that by also. So we're here to help everybody, not just seniors. So we're gathering as a family to help the Marine Division that is overseas.
Well, you know, I've been seeing everybody. I mean, schools have started.
I know.
already.
I can't believe it.
And then they're all with their little checklists and stuff. So maybe the gift cards are a better idea because you never know exactly what pencil they need or what, because they're specific.
And there's always something they forget.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
that's right. So you have until Friday to get that done.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a short window. So we got to get it over to them so they can put everything together and just disperse them to the kids. So.
Excellent. That's great. Well, that's a very nice thing to do.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay, and then we've got August 21st, you have a stroke prevention lecture.
Yes, Saddleback Memorial is bringing over a nurse specialist.
Okay.
And you know, nurses are always great. Since I'm a nurse myself, I always have to rah for nurses.
Yes.
But they explain things in simple terms that people understand. And so, you know, I'm having Jana come and speak about stroke prevention and awareness and what happens when you go to the ER.
Oh, that's good because people must be scared
Right.
beforehand, and they're just afraid
Right.
that they're going to, who knows, right? So she's going to talk about what it's like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so we're
Okay.
excited about that. That's on August 21st at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and you also have a screening, so they're going to let you do the blood pressure there.
Yeah, she'll do
Okay.
blood pressure. She'll bring in some people.
Okay.
And it's when people do blood pressures, they always say, "Oh, just do my blood pressure." But there's a way of doing blood pressures, and when you get the reading, what do you do with that? So
Yeah.
there is education involved, to understand what a blood pressure is all about and what's high, what's normal, and if you don't get that information from your doctor, just people come in and say, "Can you check my blood pressure?" And I said, "Yes, but I don't know what your medium is or anything."
Right.
It's just sort of off the cuff. So.
Right. Now for that particular event that is put on by Saddleback Memorial.
Yeah, and through the Stroke Foundation.
And through the Stroke Foundation.
Yes.
Okay. And so but you want people to register rather than just show up, right?
Well, it'd be a great idea for
Okay.
us just to know the numbers.
Okay. Okay.
Just so we know how many chairs to set up.
Perfect. Okay, so people can call 949-305-8450 to register, and that would be perfect if they have any questions as well, right? Okay, good. And that was on Tuesday, August 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. Okay, good. And then now, you know what today is. I don't know if you heard earlier when I was on. It's Relaxation Day. National Relaxation Day. And you guys have a mindfulness and meditation coming up.
That's right.
Wonderful. What will that entail?
Well, we've been trying to do outside the box presentations at the Senior Center this year, and people are really into mindful meditation, like understanding and just letting go. So it's quite a popular class. I'm really surprised. So because we've had this before.
Okay.
And it's a good turnout. So that's on
Excellent.
Tuesday, August 28th at 1 o'clock.
And that's put on by Monarch Healthcare.
Yes.
And John Greenblatt. Oh, he's the owner of Zen Bomb Yoga. Wow, that's great. Well, I had just gone to a yoga class last Sunday morning, and the person chanted and they sang. I mean, it was really good.
Wow.
So hopefully he does some really great stuff, and that'll be fun. So will they actually do yoga at the event too?
It's kind of interactive, so
Okay.
they will, everyone participates.
Okay. Oh, and see, meditation and sound therapy.
And meditation and then the yoga really reduces your blood pressure. It's scientifically proven. So
well, stress level and
Yeah.
a lot of different
yoga
things.
has a lot of benefits.
Yes, yes, as long as you're not trying to do that one pose that I showed earlier. It looked kind of complicated. All right, well, very good. So
We don't stand on our head
No,
anymore.
no standing on our heads, no. Okay,
Don't put your leg behind your neck.
no, don't try any of that. Unless you have help. Okay, so if they want more information on that, they're going to call Monarch, and that's going to be at 844-819-0424.
If they want
Right.
more information, or you
Okay.
just sign up in our lobby. We have a
Okay.
sign-up sheet too.
Okay, perfect. And then, of course, you've got your upcoming big-time casino
We do.
night.
We do. September 29th is our
Right.
big casino night fundraiser.
Okay.
And it's to help with the programming at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center.
Right.
The center has just a ton of resources for the seniors of this community, and we want to make sure that we continue to have that. So this is our big fundraiser. It's a great fun night, very casual fun night. The tickets are $25, and when you come in, you get $100 in play money.
Right.
You can play all night long with that, or if you lose your money early, then you can always buy some more play money.
Okay.
But by the end of the evening, you don't win money. What you'll win is raffle tickets, and we have some phenomenal raffle prizes.
And then they can take the little tickets and put in whatever they want to have.
Well, we'll put them in a big drum, and it's going to be
okay.
a surprise what you win.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
exactly. So it's a fun night, and the whole purpose is to help support the Senior Center. So I want to invite everybody to come down, pick up a ticket, $25. Bring your neighbors. Let's support a great organization.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys do so much, and the money's got to come from somewhere, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's
Good.
right. And Memorial Care Medical Group and Dodie Hunstein are our major sponsors. So I want to
excellent.
thank them. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
All right, good. Well, that's not until the end of September.
September 29th,
Right.
but we're selling tickets now and
Okay.
just spread the word
Yes.
of, it's a fun night. It's a great night, and it's at the Senior Center.
Exactly, and then we'll have you guys on again,
Yes,
and
yes.
we'll remind everybody of the casino night. So
Absolutely.
I think you should bring some dice next time.
We will. We'll bring some dice and we'll do a little crap shooting right here on the table.
I love that. Come on, 7.
Come on.
All right. Anything else going on? I mean, you have a lot.
We have a lot going on. A lot of our emeritus classes are back next
right.
week. We have some phenomenal classes, some new and interesting classes coming up that we'll be talking about. So stop in, get our newsletter, our September newsletter. I can't even believe I'm saying September.
I know. Where did it go?
We'll be out next week. So come and see what we have happening. I believe Elvis Presley will be in the building in September.
Oh my.
So we'll talk about that. Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Look, she was even surprised.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. It's all mine, ladies.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Okay, well, you heard it straight here. Elvis is going to be in the building at some time in September, so watch out for that. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Different is powerful, yet calming. Different is a friendly smile. Different is accepting, not judging.
Different is the unexplained, left to the imagination.
A day without plans, to walk, to explore, a coastal drive with no destination. Different is anything but predictable. Different can be good. At South County Lexus, you'll find different is amazing.
Welcome back. Friends of the Village is here for you, and today we have Barbara and Mike who are going to talk to us a little bit about the organization and some upcoming meetings that you have. Well, welcome both of you. How are you?
Terrific. How are you?
Oh, well, excellent.
And
excellent.
thank you for having us.
Well, you're welcome. So, Barbara, you are the founder of Friends of the Village. Is that correct?
You know, when people say that, I always say I had a lot of friends helping me. It
Right.
wasn't just me, but I must say that I sort of worked for about a year to get to organize this.
Right.
And the reason that we started this organization was because there was so much anger and controversy and misinformation that was going through the community, and we felt it was necessary for us to bring the community together and try to give them good information so that they could make good decisions on things that were happening in the village.
Okay.
So there was a group of people, and these are passionate people that really care about the village. And you know, there are so many people in the village that are like this, and we're so fortunate that they are. And they got together, and we were trying to figure out what we could do about all this anger, and they decided that perhaps we should start a club.
Okay.
And try to bring good information, and because we truly learned that people didn't even know which mutual they were in.
Oh.
So we felt like there was a little bit of education that would help, and so I was either asked or volunteered to do this. So we started this, and a group of my friends came together and worked very hard. It wasn't just me, but Pat Wilkerson and Mary Robertson and Jan McKenzie and Nancy Odell, and some of these people came together with me, and we worked very hard to.
All right. And it's been going on since 2009, so you've been super successful for quite some time.
And we were held in very high esteem because we were trying to be a positive factor in the community.
Right.
And everyone really treated us and with very high esteem and dignity. So, and fortunately, we've had a group of presidents that have worked hard and have really kept this going. And Mike is our president now, and he's done a beautiful job. Now we find that our community has come together and is doing so much better.
Well, excellent. Well,
and,
congratulations to you.
Yes, and people who have anger have found a way to go through the community, the government, and are able to take care of their anger a little better.
Right.
Sometimes it is frustrating when we have things that we think need to be done, and instead of getting angry, they're working with our staff, and that's so much better.
Right, well, excellent. Well, Mike, tell me a little bit about some of the meetings and how many people are coming, and what are some of the subjects you guys talk about?
That's not on my talking points.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I went off script. But I'm sure you know what to do anyway, right?
I'd like to, as an extension of what Barbara just said, the turnover of staff from PCM. Did I say PMS?
That's all right.
PCM to VMS has expanded the communication in the village, the breeze, the constant email blasts that we get, that it has tempered a lot of the anger and has diminished the need for organizations like ours. Right. And we are at a crisis point, unfortunately. However, we have 2 remaining meetings, open meetings, scheduled for the balance of the year.
Okay.
One in August, which happens next Tuesday.
Right.
And it is our annual Meet the Candidates.
Okay.
And currently United has 8 candidates. 2 days ago they had 10. Oh. And now we hear that there are 8 candidates.
Okay.
Okay. And at our meeting of Meet the Candidates, we will ask them to open the meeting with a statement of why they have applied to be a member of United Board.
Okay.
And then we will have some prepared questions, followed by questions from the audience, and they will fill out cards, and we will select from those cards the questions that we will ask the candidates.
Okay.
Which, by the way, at yesterday's United Board meeting, the president announced there will be no questions from the audience when they do their Meet the Candidates.
Oh, so your meeting would be a great opportunity to find out.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And it's, again, the changes that have transpired, positive changes.
Right.
And one of them is that the boards will hold their own Meet the Candidates televised and broadcast live, and then followed up by 3 additional broadcasts of the Meet the Candidates,
Right.
4 in total.
Right.
Okay. The same for Third Mutual. Third Mutual, I talked with one of the directors just a day or 2 ago, and he informed me that as of last Friday, they only had 2 applications.
Do I have till what, Friday?
No, they have until 5 o'clock
Oh, is that today?
today.
Oh, it's today. Oh, wow, that's right. Well, hopefully some more people will come through. You never know. Sometimes those last minute things.
And I told him, as an alternative, what if he reruns?
Oh.
Or runs for another term.
Yeah, okay.
Two of them cycling off have only served 3 years.
Okay.
So they're eligible to serve another 3 years.
And that's it, yeah.
But
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and share again. That will be Tuesday, August 21st, Meet the Candidates, and that'll be in Clubhouse 3 or Performing Arts Center, and that'll be in Dining Room 1 at 6 o'clock. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then your next meeting that you're going to have is not going to be until October 16th.
Yes.
Okay, and then you don't know where that's going to be as of yet?
Well, it is the same
location?
same venue.
Okay, great. Great. Well, great. Anything else?
Well, I would just like to say to the residents of the village, you know, we have had such wonderful, passionate people that really care about this village, but we're running out of these people. And we need you young people to step up to the plate and get involved. It's really, you meet a wonderful group of people, and yes, it's a little bit of work, but you know, it's work that is very worthwhile, and it'll keep our village as good as we can keep it.
Right.
So I'm asking you young people that have moved into our village, which we're very, very glad to have you, to step up to the plate. Some of you have wonderful talents that would help us so much. So when we're having trouble getting candidates, this is scary, because if we can't get candidates to run for the board, we're in a very bad place. So please, young people, some of you have wonderful educations and talents that you can get involved, and we'd like you to do that.
All right.
If I may add one more, I asked Barbara, when was the last time you were on TV6?
Yes.
And she threw out a name that'll be familiar with some of the people, but not the current group.
Right, right.
The last time I was interviewed on TV6, Rob Merritt.
Yes.
Right, right. He's an icon here. I've heard all about him.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. It was nice to see you.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa.
And my compliments, you do a terrific job.
That's
Right.
nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru, where families come first. As a family-ran dealership, your family's safety is our #1 priority. Come in and find the perfect Subaru from the largest selection of Subarus in Orange County. All models are top safety picks by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. We offer the ideal balance of safety, performance, and economy. Irvine Subaru, more Subarus, more safety, more performance, more love.
Kiana Lee. Today we're talking with Dr. Christine Chung. Today's topic is gum disease. Doctor, what do we need to know about gum disease? Mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gum disease is an infection of the tissue that support and surround your teeth. It's a major cause of tooth loss in adults, but it's an easy fix.
Thank you, doctor. So don't wait, people. Come on in and get your 7-day dental smile.
Well, I'd like to welcome right now with me Dr. Andrew Chang. He is with the California Protons Cancer Therapy Center, which is down in La Jolla.
That's correct.
Thank you for coming up here today.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to meet you and to learn about this type of therapy. I know we've learned about it in the past before, basically the same center and some of the great doctors that are still there. You're going to get a little bit more into that, and I think the first thing is, what is it? What is proton therapy, and how does it work for cancer?
I'll be happy to talk about proton therapy. Protons is a form of radiation treatments, and when I think about cancer treatments, we generally think about 3 main ways of treating cancer.
Okay.
We use surgery to cut out a tumor as much as possible. We use chemotherapy that goes throughout the body to destroy any little small cells there. And we use radiotherapy, kind of focusing an area where a cancer is or was to help clean that area up, sort of mop it up in essence. Proton therapy is a very special form of radiation therapy that allows us to kind of pinpoint the radiation a little bit better than standard radiation, and so allows us to give the treatment with less of a chance of side effects.
Okay, and I think beyond the actual cancer, that's what people fear most, not from the surgery part, of course.
Sure.
But from chemotherapy and radiation therapy, you know, all the different kinds of side effects, the myriad of side effects.
That's correct, yeah.
So how does this, well, I think my next question is, does this work on all cancers, just certain ones that are eligible for this?
Sure, that's a great question as well.
I should also go with that, the size of the cancer. What if it grows? Can you still use this?
That's a great question, or a great set of questions. Certainly proton therapy can be used for any sort of cancer that radiation treats. And so in general, that means any cancer, any solid cancer in the body, we can certainly treat with proton therapy. The most common cancers we've been treating with protons have been brain tumors, as well as cancers in the prostate, which is the most common cancer among men.
I've heard of that specifically. Yes.
Exactly. And one of my colleagues will be here later on this year to talk about that, Dr. Rossi. One of the things that we've been doing more recently over the probably past 5 years or so is using proton therapy to treat breast cancer.
Okay.
Now that's one of the most common cancers of women, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great treatment to help protect the normal tissues.
Now with something like breast cancer and prostate cancer, is that, again, once you identify it, it can go in and be very, very precise. So
That's correct.
You're not basically taking out, or with standard radiation therapy, killing off good cells. You're doing it much more precise. And
much more precise in what we're giving it. But you know, one of the ways I kind of describe it to my patients is if one thinks about standard radiation, kind of like a shotgun that hits everything in the area, proton therapy you could think about like as a target rifle. Right? You could pinpoint where we're giving that radiation a bit better. So if you imagine a piece of paper with a circle drawn on it, use a shotgun, you get some bullets inside the circle, some bullets outside. With a target rifle, you can get all the bullets inside that circle. And that's what we try to do.
Great way to say that. Now this is what's really interesting. It's been around for 60 years?
Yeah, that's right.
That's not the misprint here.
That's not a misprint.
Wow.
Yeah, so proton therapy is actually a evolution of a medical research device. The accelerators that were used for heavy physics research in the 1930s and 40s. And in 1946, one of these early scientists said, hey, you know what, we can use this for cancer treatment as well. And so the first patients were actually treated in 1954 in California, Berkeley, one of our premier University of California research laboratories. And people said, this is great. It wasn't until the 80s that we actually designed one specifically for medicine and not just physics research, but it's been around for a long time.
And why is it then that people haven't heard about this quite as much? And why isn't it used more?
Well, these
or this type of radiation therapy, I should say.
Yeah, it's actually something that is starting to come across public awareness more. You know, when we started doing this in the 1990s in a medical facility, that was the only one in the world. And so very few people had access to it.
Okay.
Even 15 years ago when I started doing this, there was only 3 in the country.
Wow.
Well, in the last 5 years, now there's 28. And the next 5 years, there's going to be another 20 or so that are being developed. And so it's starting to reach the level people are hearing about it. It's a great form of treatment, and it's actually been covered by Medicare completely for over 15 years now.
Wow. So is it maybe the cost?
Sure, the cost
not
and time,
only the cost for insurance costs, whoever might be paying, if it's Medicare, that sort of thing, but the equipment, is that more costly? And I've seen in the past the whole room that's in there that the patient lays down on, and so is that part of it as well, and bringing that cost down?
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Building this equipment is quite sophisticated, and so it's quite expensive. And on top of it, it's probably the most complex device ever made for medical treatments in human history. And so just designing one and building the building and the process of planning it out takes 5 to 10 years just in that process.
Wow. Wow. I would also have to think as well that with the patient coming in, that you know, once you pinpoint where it is, they have to be very still. And make sure they don't move, because you're pinpointing something now.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So we use a lot of different ways of making sure we help the patient to hold still. We make some devices that help remind the patient to hold still. In essence, a bean bag we suck the air out of, so it kind of forms to the body, and other devices such as that.
So how are you folks different down at your center versus, you mentioned there's a few other proton therapy centers.
So the California Protons has the fantastic advantage of being one of the newest proton centers in the world, and as such it utilizes the newest technology in order to deliver that treatment. That, in addition to being able to do precision treatment, allows us to do it quicker as well as to a larger portion of the body. So previously at the centers, one of the things I mentioned is in the last few years we've started treating breast cancer. The previous centers weren't able to treat breast cancer as easily because it was a larger area than the small tumors.
Okay.
Now with the newer proton centers, like at California Protons, we can treat the entire breast if necessary for a patient.
What about the patient themselves, as far as they live up here, they go to their primary or specialist, can they say, you know, this is the place that I want to go? How does that, since you know, you're down in San Diego, how does that work out? How do they get their care provider to get you folks on board?
Sure. Well, most cancers treatments require a team of doctors to care for the cancer patient. And generally, if a patient is interested, they could just ask their oncologist, their cancer doctor, and say, can I have my records reviewed by the doctors at California Protons? And the records are sent to us, we review it, and then we tell a patient whether or not they're eligible to come see us. So we're always happy to review. Yesterday, I saw a gentleman from Hawaii that just flew in for his consult.
Oh, wow. Now, along with that, because this is more of a pinpoint therapy, does the patient have to come back every couple of weeks, or how does it take longer or the same amount of time to basically go after the cancer to the point where you can say they're cancer-free, or you know, we're at the point that you no longer need this?
Yeah, well, fortunately, it's very similar to how standard radiation is done. So it's not a longer period of time. And in some cases, because we are more precise and pinpoint, we can do the treatment in a shorter amount of time than standard radiation therapy.
Okay, so that's good. Now, you mentioned how the patient can ask their physician to send these down. Is that a request somebody, if they make that request, are their physician or their team obligated to do that? Are they going to go, no, we're better? Or...
Yeah, no, most physician teams are very happy to send records. Well, doctors usually want the best care for their patients. And so if patients have questions, we're always happy to say, you know, come give us a call, contact us, and we'll be happy to facilitate that.
Okay, very good. And again, you're down in the La Jolla area.
That's correct.
And nice area, by the way. And it's great to have you here.
Well, thank you very much, Ken.
A pleasure to meet you. And I know we'll see other doctors.
Yep, and I'll be up myself the next couple of weeks as well.
All right. We'll get him in one of the photos on the website. He's wearing a Spider-Man one because you deal with pediatrics.
I also treat the children, yes.
All right. So next time, wear the Spider-Man. There he is. Next time, wear the Spider-Man.
I'll be happy to do so.
All right. He's got kind of the theme going.
I got the colors going, yeah.
Or maybe Incredibles. I don't know. One of the two. But it looks great. I want to give you the website very easy, CaliforniaProtons.com. 858-549-7400 is the number. Great folks there, and we're happy to have you here.
Well, thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
I'm coming for you, cancer. With California Protons, I now have the technology and expertise to fight with unmatched precision. I'll zero in and wear you down with radiation, millimeter by millimeter. You won't weaken me. I'll spare my tissues and protect myself against future threats. Cancer, you're history. I'm looking to the future.
Dental health is important, and it can be tough to find the best fit for your needs. Flora Stenger General and Specialty Dental Practice covers most of my dental needs in one location. Their on-staff specialists provide seamless services and communication between me, my doctors, and my insurance company. Located right down the road from Laguna Woods, our bus service stops right in front of their building. For the first time, I'm getting the dental care I need with the treatment I deserve. And my dental health has never been better. Call and book your first appointment today. I'm glad I did.
This movie for Friday is Sherlock Gnomes, a darling little movie, animated. It has the voices of James McAvoy, Emily Blunt, and Johnny Depp. And it's called Sherlock Gnomes, and it has, it's rated PG, and it's about 86 minutes, so it's not too long. Be super cute for anybody, really. Garden Gnomes, Gnomeo, and Juliet recruit renowned detective Sherlock Gnomes to investigate the mysterious disappearance of other garden ornaments. So as you can see, it's obviously based in a garden with lots of different fun things, and he's got to find out who's stealing all the garden ornaments. And again, that'll be on Friday, August 17th, and that'll be at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And that's voices of Johnny Depp, James McAvoy, and also Emily Blunt. So that looks like a lot of fun. And then also we have coming up on August 24th, we have Jailhouse Rock. So obviously that has got Elvis Presley and Judy Tyler and Mickey Shaughnessy in it. And then on August 31st, we have Overboard. And that is a remake, a brand new one that actually was from some time ago. And it has Anna Faris, Eva Longoria, and Eugenio Derbez. So that looks fun. Okay, and then on Monday, August 20th, we have Last Flag Flying. And that has Steve Carell, Bryan Cranston, and Lawrence Fishburne. It's rated R in about 125 minutes. And that is 30 years after they served together in Vietnam. A former Navy corpsman, Larry Doc Shepard, reunites with his old buddies, former Marines Sal Nealon and Reverend Richard Mueller, to bury his son, a young Marine killed in the Iraq War. And, you know, much more serious movie, but it's got a great cast and looks like it'll be really good. So that'll be on Monday, August 20th at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, as we had mentioned earlier in the show with the Friends of the Village, applications are being accepted tonight at 5 p.m. Wednesday, August 15th, and that is for the Third Mutual Board of Directors. So you have until 5 p.m. tonight, and you can pick up the application on the second floor of the Community Services Building, and you can get that from the corporate secretary, Cheryl Silva, or you can get that from Catherine Laster. And if you have any questions at all, you can always you contact them at Resident Services, or you can just come into the community center and pick up your application. Okay, we have a Lifetime of Memories coming up featuring Johnny Contardo, and that will be at Clubhouse 2 Lawn, and that'll be this Saturday, August, oh, pardon me, that's actually already happened, so never mind, that is already happened. So we're gonna move on to the Aquadettes, because that is coming up, thank goodness. That's August 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and the tickets are $7, but guess what? We actually have some free tickets that we can go ahead and give you, and if you would email us, be the first one to email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. We will get you 2 free tickets to either the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. And that, again, if you don't win the tickets, you can buy the tickets at Clubhouse 1, 2, 5, and 7, or the Recreation Department, or you can go on aquadettes.com, or you can call 949-246-6539. So that's awesome. And they were very fun. We had them on a little while ago, and I think it would be a really fun show. Then we also have the library has new hours starting today. They will be open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m., and that'll be on every Wednesday. So at least you can beat the heat if it's a little too hot outside. You can go to the library. Okay, so let's take a look at our weather. We have very nice weather. It's going to be mostly in the 80s this week. 85 and lows in the high 60s, so it's pretty nice. Today we're looking at 83, 67. Tomorrow 84, 67. Friday 85, 68. Saturday 85, 68, and then Sunday slightly warmer, 86, 68. And then for around town, we have North OC 86, Beaches 77, so still quite nice down there. South OC 84, San Diego 85, Inland OC 88, Foothills 86, and Arrowhead 78, 56, and then Palm Springs 104 and 82. And then who's coming on tomorrow? We have the VMS Director Report. I believe we're going to have Chuck Holland on. He's going to give us an update on everything broadband. We have social services, and we have the Laguna Woods Globe headlines. And don't forget that today is Relaxation Day. We'll see you tomorrow.